The Green Lake watershed, the area of land that drains to Green Lake, is 107 square miles. So in that 107 square mile watershed, about 60% of the area is farmed. So while we don't think farmers are the problem to Green Lake's water quality, they have to be part of the solution, because we're not going to get to a cleaner Green Lake if we don't partner together with farmers who truly care about Green Lake. They want to do a good job. But it's going to take us all working together. Shoreline owners, farmers, people who live in Ripon, all doing our part to improve Green Lake's water quality.
Let's start. What is soil? Is it dirt? Yeah. That's a knife. Okay. Dirt is lifeless. Soil is miraculous. Soil is alive. When I make my students draw the pie chart of soil, there's 4 sections. All right. 1 is that mineral matter. It's what makes up the soil. So we've got our sand, our silt, our clay. That's our mineral matter. The other big section, I heard it before, starts with an O. Organic matter. So we got mineral matter and organic matter. Organic matter is those things you talked about before. Dead stuff, bugs, leaves, decaying things. All right? The other half of the pie chart is what? Air and water. There are 5 things to soil health. So keeping a root mass in the soil, keeping a living root as much as possible, keeping a cover on top of the soil. Those are 2 of the keys. The other one, not disturbing it, okay? Not breaking it up. In every teaspoon of healthy soil, there's 1 billion bacteria, okay? And when you till it up, you're disrupting their home, and you kill a lot of them. 2 more. If we have a diversity of plants, diversity of types of plants, our root mass is going to be a lot richer in its nature. It's going to hold on to a lot more soil. It's going to encourage a more diverse cycling of nutrients. So the 5th key, which is kind of the icing on the cake, is having animal impact, having those moving, harvesting, fertilizing, organic matter trampling machines that is the ruminant animal, okay? The cows, the sheep, the bison.
Hopefully today you get excited about what's below the ground. I have a T-pit. This is a very large pit, as you're seeing, so you'll notice that this section is dug in a fence line, and this section is dug in a field. And we're going to talk about the fence line first. So when we have the opportunity for field days such as this and getting everybody out and actually looking what's underneath the ground and seeing that impressive root structure between different vegetative types, seeing how those aggregates interplay with each other and how that might influence water and air movement. I think there's a lot of eureka moments for everyone, because we have spent so much time looking at the soil from above and not really getting down and understanding what's going on and how that soil body interacts with the environment as a whole. What do you notice first about it? It is dark. So these dark, rich soils are a passion of mine. And that's what you notice, is how beautiful, how rich, how dark this soil is. What else do you notice about this soil? And this is what I get so excited about. Oh my goodness, look at those roots. That is the first thing you should notice about this pit, is how many roots are in there. When I think about soil health, that's what's important to me, is resiliency. Are we able to withstand those changes, whether it be changes in inputs that we applied, or those changes from nature, to maintain productivity, profitability, and environmental quality?
I think that soil pit was a very good example of what has changed over time. These changes are taking place because farmers just realize this is a resource we've got to conserve and got to keep it going forward.
If any of you out there think we have a runoff problem in this country, if you think we have an erosion problem in this country, I'm going to gently disagree with you. those aren't the problems, and that's what we're going to demonstrate today, okay? We have 5 samples of land management, okay? These trays are designed such that they're perforated in the bottom, okay? And this bucket in the back is going to catch the amount of water that soaks into the soil. And if the soil isn't soaking in the water, it's going to run off and be caught in the front tray. So we're gonna do about an inch of rainfall simulation. What's happening in the middle, folks? Old school farming, no cover crop. What's happening in my lawn? What's happening in my heavy areas where I have a lot of compaction, where I have no diverse plants? We're already seeing some stuff happening here. So, if I am dry in August, whose ground's gonna get the benefit of that inch of rain? It rained 2 inches in 4 minutes. Do we have a runoff problem where we have prairie? No. Do we have a runoff problem where we are mimicking the prairie? That's the message today, folks. We will never correct the so-called runoff problem in this country until we start to correct our soils and get our soils to start functioning. Soil health is a win-win for both agronomy, farming, and for the environment. As we improve the health of our soils, we improve the agronomic performance of our soils, and when we have healthier soils, we have less runoff and more infiltration, and those things lead to cleaner water.
So often we hear from farmers who say, I feel like my story's not getting told. I'm trying to do practices that are good for the lake. And we hear from shoreline owners, what are farmers doing? So we thought, let's bring people together so that we can tell the story that we can learn together. What are practices that we can do that are good for the field, good for farm, good for crops, that also happen to be good for Green Lake's downstream water quality.